Go away, kids. This isn't for you. Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Meet Your Makers. I'm incredibly excited today because we're gonna be hey, oh, Donnie boy, come on, go sweep the floors. Go on, shoo. Sorry about that. He's new. Anyway, today we're going to be interviewing me. So I put a post on GameJolt for you guys to ask me a few questions, and you came up with some really good ones, so let's get started. What would you say was the hardest part of the whole development process? Making music. Definitely making music. Yeah, I can draw pretty good, I guess. As for programming, it's not that hard since it's visual code. Okay, it's a little hard. But making music, that's just so difficult for me. I'm just so bad at making music. I know it takes practice and everything, but I am surprised though I managed to make a few songs for the game. What kind of things have inspired you the most? Books, movies, other games, etc. And what were those? Ooh. The game that inspires me the most for these is definitely Mega Man X4. And a lot of other games from my childhood. There's so many things that are inspired from it, such as like the bosses flashing right before they die, the warning sign right before the boss, which happens with a lot of games, there's just a warning sign. Alan Breyer and in A Mouse, a House in Chaos, the bosses say some dialogue and then their health bar fills.
I'm gonna rip you apart!
Are you ready for your final journey?
Get him, Mega Man! In the scene with Breyer, Pierre just defeated a giant sock monster and it blows up, sending him spinning into the air. That was actually inspired from when I was playing The Evil Within at the time. Donnie, it's just a game. As for Poto was inspired from a lot of the Humongous Entertainment games I used to play when as a kid. Some I still play now. Mainly it's based off of Putt-Putt. I like Putt-Putt. Since you use Fusion, I bet the complexity of programming the game was pretty intense. I would say yes, this whole game was incredibly hard to program, but I would also say no because ClickTeam's the only engine I've ever used, so I don't really have any other engines to compare them to. What was the most complex thing to animate in the game? There's a huge list of different things. Bosses maybe because of their attack patterns, but I think maybe the hardest actually would be the cutscenes. Because the cutscenes, it's just frame by frame, but I had to learn tons of expressions, tons of poses, and trying to do it with the characters' muzzles and everything was very difficult for me. I still think Tulip's face looks kind of weird. It reminds me of George and Martha, actually.
Dancing is dumb!
Ethan Goes says, what inspired the story, the characters, and the overall game? I think a game that heavily inspired all of this was Ghost of a Tale. I absolutely love this game so much and I've replayed it so many times. Silas is just such a wonderful and forgiving character, no matter what you do in the game. And the main protagonist is just so cute! As for the characters, Tulip is actually inspired from an unfinished game I made a long time ago where you play as a little mouse and you hit a punching bag. This is the only screenshot I have of it. Colt came from a game called Tekken 6, where in the story mode, there's a secret level where you get to fight kangaroos with MMA gloves as enemies, and I just thought, these guys are so cool, I really wish I could have one as an ally. That's why I got the idea for Colt. The other characters I just kind of threw in. What's your favorite movie? That's a tough one actually, because there's just so many movies that I like and so many that I watch all the time. I'm not sure. But you know one thing? For some reason, in a lot of animated films, I really like it when there's a really sad scene for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Take the Tigger movie, for example.
Oh, now I understand. It was all a big joke. Well, that's all right. 'Cause somewhere out there, There's a Tigger family tree full of my real Tigger family. I got a letter to prove it. And I'm gonna find them. So, TTFE. Ta-ta forever.
Yeah, I don't know what my favorite movie is. Do you plan on continuing this story in any way, shape, or form? I think it depends on a few things, like how many people would want a sequel and what kind of gameplay would you want. Would you still want platforming and cutscenes, or would you want some other method of gameplay and cutscenes? But yeah, I've got a lot of ideas for a sequel. The plot would mainly focus around Colt's love for Tulip, but the problem they both face in that one is the size difference. And I know what you guys are thinking, so no, I know there's gonna be tons of dirty jokes if I do make this. I know it, I just know it. Do you ever look back at your games and think about what you could change or improve to make it better? I think what I'd want to do if I went back and improved my games would be improve the platforming in both of my platformer games. But I think the main thing I would want to do is redo the entire soundtrack of Briar, because the soundtrack, what I used to make it, was sound loops that I paid actual money for, by the way. And once I finally finished the game Briar and finished the entire soundtrack, I find out that they're copyrighted. Yay! So, what I would do is just, if I was gonna remake or improve anything, I would redo the entire OST of Briar and make it completely original. This was a bit of a lengthy episode, but thank you guys so much for watching. Now before we go, we've still got a little bonus section here. It's time for Fantastic Fan Art! This was made from J3 Games, and I absolutely love it. I really like how Jeremy and Briar both have their weapons from the game. Absolutely wonderful. It's just amazing. Let's get Donnie over here to hang it up. Donnie, over here! Hang this up, please. Oh, that's such a good bird. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.